Hey guys, what's going on? Just here to go over Smolderon real quick and the couple changes we're going to make to hopefully clean up positioning. And so I'll try to describe that best I can in this video, and we can either go over this together right before raid, or if you guys have questions, just let me know. But this is kind of what we're looking to change. So there will be tank stuff in here as well, so please make sure that you're paying attention to that if you're a tank watching this video, because the boss is going to just pretty much move a little bit quicker around the circle is how we'll fix that. So the main thing we're going over is how to place your circles. So you don't necessarily need to run in Narnia, you just have to be confident where your tornadoes are going. And we need to leave a safe spot for all the people with the healing debuff for where they can exit, per se. So you notice that lots of people are staying close to the boss. This is fine. The main thing is that you're saving the people beside you. So Bulls make sure he's not hitting these two or these two. This one's kind of iffy, but if he backs up a bit, he'll be fine. And you'll notice, you'll be like, wow, but his tornado is going right through the melee group. That's really bad. That's technically not true, because what's going to happen is the tank soak's going to come out, the healing debuff is going to come out, it's going to get healed off, and these guys are going to get healed and move out towards the start, and then over to the right of Bull's POV, which actually leaves them a safe point. And the main thing is, you want to make sure the people beside you are safe from the tornadoes that are spawning. But after that, if you can't really defend if your tornado is going to be safe from a person way over here, right? So you guys still have to play heads up and take a little bit more personal responsibility, but this should clean it up a bit. You know, some people get hit, but on the first one, it's always safe. We have to have a good geyser bait. Bull wouldn't have had as good a one as that, or maybe they got lucky, unsure. But the second one will really show what we're looking to do. So they've moved the boss a little bit extra here for tanks, so make sure we have extra room. Our boss would have been a few yards closer, I think. If not, let's just make sure we do that. And then this is how the soaks will work. So Bull's going to be in this tank soak, and you'll notice that this whole portion of if you're looking from this POV, left of the boss, is clear, and that's how we want it to stay for the entire time, because this portion will be safe for our healing debuff people, which are the people in the tank soak. So these guys will micro stack here, and they will soak it, and then they will get healed off, and as they get healed off, they will move to the left. You'll notice that a bait's coming out here at the same time, and this is for geysers, and I'll go over that in a second. But one thing to keep in mind, and I'll go over it one sec right here. So there's a safe spot here, and you'll notice how people are lining up. Based on what we did the other week, we would have said that these are bad baits, right? Because they're ahead of the boss. That's actually not true. We have a lot more room in the platform than we originally thought. So after their let's see if I can slow down a little bit. After their geysers spawn, they will have to come in, hopefully for a little bit of bait. We'll see if they do it here. For some reason, Gilk's getting a fire, or he's hovering above it. Not sure why, but this bait happens. Okay. So the healing debuff comes off. They have a safe spot to run from all these geysers, right? And then they're going to walk forward. Tornadoes are spawning and geysers are baited. So there was a geyser baited in front. So based on last week, we said that was really bad. We don't want to do that. That's not actually the case. Using this sort of space as a geyser spawn is perfectly fine. And we'll move the boss forward. Okay? So arcing around the boss is very important. Keeping melee uptime is obviously important. And then this is sort of how we do the fight. We have a lot more room in the platform than we originally thought, and we just want to look at that together. So we'll just skip this intermission because it's pretty basic, and we go back in the first part. So now there's puddles that existing. So you'll notice the tanks bring it here, and they make sure there's tons of room over here for melee. So this is where the melee will kite to. We'll get tornadoes first. They'll stand in the soak. The soaks will go this way. No one stands there. If you're a range player, like Bill over here, or range players behind, you can fill in these slots. Excuse me, that is very safe for you to do. So these become more so range prio spots. But still grouping around the boss is not a bad thing. And geysers, as we remember, spawn a little bit later on this one. So Bull makes sure he doesn't hit anyone that's really close, right? Melee are going to kite through, so he worries less about this one. He kind of fucks the guy behind him, so hopefully he notices. But that's all right. And then it's a personal responsibility thing. So you just have to be looking and seeing what's coming at you and able to make micro adjustments and move. And then geysers are baited. That was obviously a really good bait, and they filled in a little bit of extra spot. You'll get to see the pinpoint again because Bull's second. So Bull will be in this tank soak. They're going to leave this whole portion of the area free of tornadoes, and then that is where they will clear. So we will do the same thing here, and you will, as ranged, you can just follow old fire that's built. You can be ahead of the boss up here, by a little bit, not too much, because we don't want to take up too much of the platform. You can't be literally, northeast of the platform at this point, but we'll do a bait. They didn't get any in front because they got pretty lucky. But we just kind of have to have range fill in the spots that if we bait too far ahead. That's kind of how this one works. And we do that for the whole fight. If you're curious on how it looks like at the end, we're going to use way too much platform. If we skip to the end of their kill here, if we do it all correctly, they seem to have a ton of room. So this is going into their 50% here. I believe this is the last soak. Let's see if I'm correct or not. We have 6 minutes on the timer. I believe this is the last one. See here in a second. Will we? Yeah, encroaching destruction. So that is the enrage, and so this is how much room they have left. So there's tons of room left over. Let's care a little bit less about that room and fix that with micro adjustments as we go. But move the boss a little bit quicker. We'll span around the boss a little bit easier, and then that should clean up a lot. If you guys have questions, DM me or post it in the Smolderon channel or Raids discussion channel. We want to get stuff talking there as we see. If you see anything else that other guilds did better that's different than this, let me know or us know, and we can talk about it as a group and see if it's a better fit for us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tonight.